Okay. I'm very proud of our guys. I know it wasn't always pretty, but um, this is a hard trip, and anybody who underestimates that is kidding themselves. And Dan, your partner was, talking about, they're not going to Pluto, and then the next day you're tweeting about, hey, I'm stuck in the Phoenix airport and this trip sucks. I mean, look, it's hard, and anybody who thinks that it's not is fooling themselves. There's a reason Hawaii is 51 and 27 at home over the last 10 years, because to go 3 time zones and what was essentially for us 10 hours in transit on Thursday with a fuel stop in SFO and just sitting on the tarmac, that's hard. It's physically hard. And I'm very, very proud of the way that our guys came in and competed, especially the way that we came out. And I think for the majority of the second half, I thought was pretty dominating on both sides of the ball. I'm very pleased with the way that we ran the ball, nearly 300 yards and 5 yards of carry. I'm pleased with the way, what did we get, 2 or 3 turnovers on defense? Um, you know, it wasn't always pretty tonight, and we didn't start off great, but we kept our poise, and we made enough plays at the end to win the game. And that is a much improved team from what we saw last year. Um, Much improved, specifically on defense. I think they're much better than they were a year ago. Um, Obviously, when you lose the back to the suspension, he's a very good player. I know that hurts, but I was impressed with the way Hawaii came out and played tonight. So we're anxious to simply get on the plane and go home. We won't arrive till nearly 9:30, 10 in the morning Reno time tomorrow. We normally practice on Sundays. We're going to give everybody the day off. Uh, and then we'll convene Monday night to get ready for San Diego State. Um, the biggest takeaway for me is that 3 weeks or 2 weeks ago, a little over 2 weeks ago, when we had lost very tough games to Boise State and Colorado State, I think people who follow us or comment on us kind of felt like, hey, the sky is falling. Here they go again. And I know this win makes us 5-3, and that's all we are. But I think that this team has showed incredible character and resolve and mental and physical toughness to go on the road and win at Provo at night and then come make this trip and win here on the road. That's not easy, and they deserve credit for that. And I'm very proud of our kids for that. Again, we're just 5-3. That's it. It's just one win, but it's good. I'm happy for them and I'm proud of them. So. Of course, why wouldn't I talk about Nick Rolovich? We're in Hawaii. It's like being with Elvis. I thought Nick did a fantastic job tonight. He when we got the run game going, he did a very good job of mixing it up, but we stuck with it. We weren't trying to win any glamour points tonight. Rolo had come back a couple of years ago, and he's not the kind of guy that, he just goes through life with a smile on his face and doing the best job he can. He was not trying to prove a point tonight. All we're trying to do is win a game. And he called the game exactly the way we needed to call it to win it. And I'm happy for him. Obviously, you play here, you coach here for a long time. There are obviously personal feelings involved for Nick, and I'm happy that we're able to give him a win back here.
I know you'd hate to lose him, but is he ready to be a head coach?
I believe he is ready to be a head coach, but there's no head coaching jobs open right now. There's one or two, but so we're not talking about jobs that aren't open.
Right. Only down 10-0 this time and fairly early in the game. Did that feel a little bit easier than the last?
I told the guys at the half it was 10-6. We're only down 4. This is right in our wheelhouse. Only one score. Yeah, I wish I could find the magic formula. I really wish I could. We're not calling it any differently. It's just making that play. Obviously the offensive PI on the fourth down, we converted that. Who knows where that drive ends up? I'm not. So, I got to see that on film and see what that was about. But that's a drive killer because we had converted, and Lord knows, we got some momentum. We got a chance to go make a play now, but we ended up having a punt.
You guys always want to establish the run. They were kind of taking away the inside a little bit, and it looked like you stretched it wide, mostly with Cody and some stretch passes.
Yep.
Is that what kind of softened them up?
I think so. I think by opening up our formations and getting into some four-wide stuff and making them defend the whole field, opened up some run stuff. I think, frankly, we just wore them down a little bit too. I mean, time of possession, I believe we had a big advantage in time of possession. So I think physically that takes a toll. And, you know, you can be from here, but it's still 85 and humid. And if you got to play a lot of plays, it's going to start to take a toll.
I saw Tyler Stewart warming up late in the game. Was Cody just a little tired? I mean, he ran a lot today.
Yeah, he was all right. We're fine.
Yates?
Had a head injury in the last game and was not cleared to go, and it was my decision to leave him at home because I didn't see what the redeeming value of bringing a guy who had suffered a head injury on a 7-hour flight. So we just decided it would be best for him to stay home and get healthy. I would anticipate that we'd have him back next week.
What did you think of that Gallus touchdown, no touchdown?
The guys up top told me they thought it was a catch. I saw a replay up on the big board. I thought it was a catch. If replay corrects it, that's okay. My problem is, why did it take 12 minutes? I mean, the game stopped dead, and then to have to turn back and walk down again to figure out what down it was, mechanically, I think we need to be able to do better. I can't, look, we have a replay official. He decided that it was no catch. I'll see it. I'm sure I'll send it in to get an explanation. But I don't understand why it took that long, because we had built, obviously, some momentum. I do not regret kicking the field goal there. That made it a two-score game. It was the absolute right thing to do. But, it's hard, man. You're rolling, and all of a sudden the thing stops dead. And twice I see the official go to take the headset off like the conversation's done, and then he walks back. It's like, all right, come on now. And on Dobie's interception, I tried 3 times to ask for a review. The guy working the TV, coach, I heard you. I mean, I'm right in the official's ear, and I couldn't get a review. So the mechanics of it frustrated me tonight. The judgment calls, I thought they called a fine game, but the mechanics of it, a little bit frustrating tonight.
From your running backs and offensive line, do you like where your running game is kind of finally starting to get?
Yeah, 5 yards of carry, 300 yards, that's hard to argue with. I mean, it's hard to find the negative in that. The one thing I think we need to improve upon is when they know we need to run it and we know we're going to run it. I mean, we had a chance at BYU to run out the clock. We didn't get it done. Tonight, the holding penalty set us back a little bit. And then on 4th down, if you don't get the first down, the clock stops anyway on change of possession. So the right thing to do is throw a pass and try and score. So, but still, you'd like to be able to run out the clock, when they know it and we know it. We got to be able to find a way to finish it. Good.